All right, well, it took a little bit of doing, but the boys at the shop helped me get it unloaded. So I'm gonna move that out of the way. I'm gonna start doing the full inspection on here because I got to do a write-up on the car. And we're just gonna fix everything that we see wrong with the car and get it back to 100%. Because again, we did buy it used. And when buying used, you're gonna have other people's problems. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing lifted up and we're gonna start looking at it. We already know a couple things that we want to fix, so let's get started. All right, car's in the air, not a single leak, including back here. We don't have any broken axles. We don't seem to have a broken drive shaft, so our problem is going to be inside here. Let me look over the rest of the car. Everything actually seems to be pretty good. I'm going to look over the rest of the car and we're going to get some kind of clean container. We're going to drain this in the container and see what kind of carnage might be inside there. At this point, we're hoping this is broken because I've already found some available. All right, we got us a nice, pretty clean drain pan. Let's drain this pig and see what we got. All right. I broke that loose before we got to it, so see how nasty this is. Alright, come on. Oh, dude, I already hear chunks. That's not great. And there's a little bit of hair on there. Let me pop open this side plug, get it draining a little faster. Well, that ain't good. Alright. I'm gonna grab a wrench. I'll go grab a wrench real quick. Alright. See if the speed wrench will get it. Nope. Alright. Alright, well, I guess we're just gonna hang out and let it drip. Oh, there's some chunks coming. All right. We'll let that finish up. We'll take a good look at it. All right. Side plugs out. First thing we're going to see is magnet's got a bunch of metal on it. We're going to send in a bore scope. Let's just see what we see. And I bet you it's crispy, because the fluid looks like, well, honestly, like we expected, which is terrible. So let the bore scope wake up. See if we can't see any chunks. Oh, I mean, it's just full of glitter in there. I was hoping I could see the ring or the pinion. I can see exactly nothing. Okay. I can't see anything in there. Let me get something to get a better look. All right, well, I'm not seeing much in the diff itself, but if you look in here, that is nasty. That fluid that's a month and a half old, 3,000 miles. So that's a bad deal. Let me see if I can find any chunks in there. So no real huge chunks, but I mean, that fluid is pretty well hammered and very gross. Let me see if I can find some more definitive evidence. So our problem is either going to be in this box, which is what I suspect, or the transmission. But the other day, it would either be a shaft is broken in the trans, or the guts in here are just smoked. And I've got to find which one specifically is, and hopefully that doesn't mean I got to take this out and split the case, which you can take the side off and see everything, but we're not trying to do all that today. So let me pop the drain plug on the trans, maybe. I'm gonna spend a few more minutes looking in here, see if I can't find some kind of evidence in here. Here's the biggest concern. One, yes, the noise is absolutely atrocious and totally terrifying, and no car on the earth should do that. But two, when you put it in park, you can get behind it, and one person on flat ground can push it. So again, that doesn't necessarily give you all the answers. The car was in drive when the problem happened. So it's either got a broken tail shaft, which I have seen in transmissions. Not necessarily a ZF, they're pretty strong trannies. Or we've got something inside the diff that's just broken to where it's no longer connected to the rear tires. So since both axles are in good shape, you know, they're connected all the way out on both sides. Neither one of them spin freely. You know, the problem would have to be in here, getting from the pinion to the output shafts, which would be broken pinion shaft, broken pinion, broken ring gear. It could be any of those things, but you would think you would see large chunks coming out of here. The fluid suggests there's a lot of wear. I just got to keep digging. So I've got to do some digging, find the actual failed part so I can get some new parts coming. I'm going to do some digging. You'll see me when I have an answer. Let's see if we can't figure this thing out in the next little bit. All right, so now I've got the car with the back tires in the air. Interesting turn of events. With the car in neutral, I can grab the drive shaft, spin it, both tires are activated and rolling. So we may not have a diff problem. The reason I did this is I lifted it up and I could roll the tires and I could see every tooth of the ring gear, and I'll be honest, they didn't look that bad. Let me hop under here and see if I can get it to where you guys can see. Neutral fine. That is absolutely terrifying. Well, that's weird. So rolling, it's fine. All right, so I just got off a video call with a friend. I'm gonna confirm in the morning with another live body in place. Here's what we think. I think the pinion shaft is broken somewhere inside the neck of the diff. So here's what's going on. If you don't have your foot on the brake, you put it in gear, it'll drive the tires as long as they're in the air and won't make any noise. As soon as you glaze the brakes, it starts making noise, whether it's in drive or reverse. Got on a video call with a buddy of mine, pointed the camera at the drive shaft. Every time that it's grinding and making noise, the drive shaft's moving. Take the pressure of the brakes off, drive, transmission shifts. So we're leaning towards broken differential. I'm gonna get another person up here in the morning to verify. Once that's verified, we'll get parts coming. But typical independent rear suspension stuff. Hit wheel hop with some good power. This car makes 460 at the tires. So when it went to wheel hopping, you know, almost 500 foot-pounds of torque bouncing off this itty-bitty little diff, something was bound to break. And it looks like the differential did. So We will confirm in the morning. Not the end of the world. Not the cheapest fix, but not the worst fix. We'll get that figured out. We'll go on from here. So thanks for watching. I'll let you know when it's fixed.